The stark reality of capital punishment in America was brutally underscored on Friday with the execution of Mikal Mahdi by firing squad in South Carolina. This marked the second execution by this method in the state in recent months, a grim resurgence of a practice largely relegated to the annals of history. Mahdi, convicted of killing a police officer in 2004, met his end despite pleas for clemency that echoed across the state and beyond. His story is a complex tapestry woven with threads of childhood trauma and legal contention. Mahdi's lawyers didn't challenge the facts of his conviction, a stark contrast to the previous execution in South Carolina, where claims of innocence surfaced in the condemned man's final days. However, Mahdi's past, marked by the harrowing experience of childhood torture, fueled arguments that he hadn't received a truly fair trial. This agonizing detail casts a long shadow over his final moments, highlighting the ethical complexities inherent in capital punishment, particularly when applied to individuals who have endured unimaginable suffering. The execution was preceded by a tense period of advocacy and appeals. Anti-death penalty activists staged fervent vigils, their voices rising in a desperate plea for Governor Henry McMaster to commute Mahdi's sentence. Even his elementary school teachers, remembering a boy far removed from the man condemned to die, publicly implored the governor to grant clemency. Their heartfelt pleas underscored the human cost of capital punishment, transforming a legal procedure into a heartbreaking tale of a life lost. Yet Governor McMaster remained resolute, refusing to grant clemency, a decision mirroring the unwavering stance of South Carolina governors over the past half-century. This unbroken chain of denials emphasizes the deeply entrenched nature of the death penalty within the state's justice system, leaving little room for compassion or second chances. Mahdi's fate serves as a stark reminder of the finality of capital punishment and the profound implications of a system that seemingly offers no path to redemption. The choice of execution method itself, a firing squad, further amplifies the brutality of the event. This method, considered archaic by many, brings into sharp focus the ethical debate surrounding the death penalty and the means by which it is carried out. Mahdi's execution follows the recent execution of Brad Sigmon, the first firing squad execution in the U.S. in 15 years, solidifying South Carolina's position as a state increasingly reliant on this controversial method. This renewed embrace of the firing squad is not isolated. Idaho recently enshrined it as its primary execution method, underscoring a disturbing trend toward more extreme approaches to capital punishment. The contrast between South Carolina's recent actions and other states' approaches is also noteworthy. Louisiana's recent use of nitrogen gas, a controversial and experimental method, highlights the ongoing experimentation and lack of standardization in lethal injection procedures. This highlights not only the brutality of the death penalty itself, but the lack of consistency and consideration for humane execution methods across the nation. The secrecy surrounding South Carolina's execution methods and the reportedly brutal conditions within its death row further compound the ethical concerns surrounding the state's use of capital punishment. Even in his final days, Mahdi displayed a remarkable resilience and a surprising act of compassion. He expressed a desire to donate his organs after his death, a testament to a spirit that seemingly transcended the horrors he had experienced. However, healthcare protocols sadly prevented this selfless act from being fulfilled. This poignant detail adds another layer of complexity to his story, showcasing the humanity that persists even in the face of death. Mahdi's death marks the 12th execution in the United States this year, a grim statistic that underscores the ongoing debate surrounding capital punishment. His case, with its elements of childhood trauma, unwavering conviction, and last-minute pleas for mercy, compels a deeper examination of the ethical and moral implications of state-sanctioned killing. The lack of clemency, the choice of execution method, and the secrecy surrounding the process all contribute to a narrative that raises profound questions about justice, mercy, and the very nature of humanity. It is a story that will undoubtedly continue to fuel the ongoing national conversation about the death penalty's place in modern society. His life, cut short by the state, leaves behind a legacy of questions that demand serious and sustained reflection. The execution of Mikal Mahdi serves as a stark reminder of the complex and often agonizing realities of capital punishment in America and the urgent need for a more humane and thoughtful approach to justice. The echoes of his final hours will undoubtedly resonate for years to come, challenging us to confront the moral and ethical dilemmas that lie at the heart of this enduring debate.